You are now tuned into Flippin' the Birds, a Philly Sports Network podcast.
What's going on, Eagles fans? Welcome all to episode 37 of Flipping the Birds. I'm Brian Cameron. He's Chris Infante, and today we are joined by the 127th overall pick of the Eagles draft, the number one draft pick in every Eagles fan's heart right now, Kayvon Wallace.
What's good? What's good?
How you feeling, man?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
I feel blessed to be talking to you right now. I'll be honest.
That's what's up.
That's for real, man. We've been to be honest, like in March we had two other draft prospects on our podcast, but you are our first Eagles player, current Eagles player. We had a former Eagles player, Trey Thomas, on a few weeks ago, but our first current Eagles player, our first Eagles
dope.
draft pick. So
Yeah.
it's great to have you on, man. Like, and I've said this before to Brian, to everybody we work with, and everybody on Twitter. I don't think I've ever seen a player win the hearts of Philly fans so much quicker than you have. It's incredible, man. It's how you feel being in Philly.
Man, everything just came full circle being in Philly, man. That was one of the teams that me and my agent discussed and wanted to go to. I think I lost $10 though. Not gonna lie, but it's all good. Yeah, Philly is just like being selected by Philly just came full circle. Me and my agent just always talked about possible teams that made a great fit. And Philly was definitely number one on our boards. Then it was the Raiders. And then it was the LA Rams. So those are three teams that we had. But I really wanted to go to Philly because of the environment, the city. I know how the fans get, the legacy it leaves on defensive players. Like they really harp and just they own up to like the defensive players. It ain't just always offense. It ain't just always a quarterback or a coach. They really love every individual player. And then I also feel it was the best opportunity for me to go in and contribute for my team right away. Knowing that, they lack in the secondary area, and I feel like I can be that big help back there in the secondary area. Man, I just cannot wait to get to work.
So how does it feel to be so embraced by a city, by a whole culture, without even stepping foot on the field yet? I mean, you've been like literally like the moment you were drafted, it's like Eagles Twitter went into riot, like we won the second Super Bowl.
Man, it was crazy getting all the love. Like I went to my Instagram profile. Like you can go to your Instagram profile and see which area views you the most and follows you the most. And literally, I think about roughly like 50% of my followers on Instagram are from Philadelphia. 50%. And like 40% is from Richmond, and like 5% is from Clemson, and 5% is from everyone else. Like, it's crazy the love I got from Philly. Like, I haven't really got this much love in a very long time. And it's definitely surreal.
I mean, I will say one thing about Richmond. I've only been there once, and that was to go to the brewery, Stone Brewery over there, and it is beautiful over there.
Yeah,
it's absolutely beautiful. Because I drove down to South Carolina last year. I'm actually driving down to South Carolina on Sunday, and we drove through Richmond, and I was like, well, I did not know how beautiful Richmond was. It's not too
bad, you know what I'm saying?
That brewery. I mean, I love beer, so was being drafted by Philly the first time you really like understood Philly? Or I mean, I know you played with Brian Dawkins' son, so did you have a pre-draft impression of Philly already? And what were they?
Yeah, I did. It was man. Now this is some exclusive information. I really don't want to talk about it, but me and um, Miss Dawkins, we had a conversation, and this was, I think, Thanksgiving. I think this was during Thanksgiving. We had a conversation, and she was telling me, what type of, what she's been through, and the people that she saw growing up, were big time football players. She said that I should easily be a first or second round pick. And she made a joke and said, hopefully you go to our Eagles. And that was the first thought process, like, wow, like I'm actually talking about, the NFL. Because I don't really talk about NFL so much because I was so focused on how I was going to finish in college. And when she had said that, it had tickled me because I was like, man, that'd be crazy. I go to the Eagles. And that was the first time somebody had said anything about the Eagles towards me. And it was so happened to be Miss Dawkins. So when she had said that, it just like sparked a thought in my mind. Like, wow, it would be crazy to be in Philly. I know that fans are crazy. I know how much they love Dawkins.
Yeah.
And I know, Dawkins came from Clemson, and then I'm coming from Clemson, and I already know they're gonna be rocking with me. Like, it was just all these things that I put in my head when she told me that, and didn't know it was true. Didn't know it was gonna. I knew it was a possibility, but didn't know, how it can come really, really full circle, and that's exactly what it did.
That's kind of wild, man. And we appreciate you
Crazy.
sharing that with us.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't like sharing our conversations. They, I talk to them, and I don't want, it's personal.
Of course.
Only people
Yeah,
that
definitely.
only people that are supposed to know conversations like that are people that are there. But she wouldn't be mad about me saying that.
Hey, her dream came true. So yeah, definitely. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy.
So, we talk about Brian Dawkins and everything. Is that someone you emulated yourself after, or is there a different player, like the way you played in college, someone that you looked at in the NFL currently or in the past that you're like, you know what, I need to play like him? Or are there a few people that you kind of molded together saying, I need to tackle like him, I need to have my range like him, or things like that?
Yeah, so, always take bits and pieces from the greats. Dawkins was definitely one of them. Charles Wilson was my favorite player on the defensive side all time. Tyrann Matthews, the current, and NFL player. I take a little bit of each and every one of those players' game and just model out the mind the way Dawkins played with passion and grit, and how he prays hallelujah doing it. And I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and the way he played the game with his faith, and also just bringing that tenacity every Sunday was amazing. And then Charles Wilson, the way he stripped the ball, the way he just attacked the ball, the way he just go out there and make plays, his versatility. Tyrann Matthews, same thing, their versatility. And that's why I see myself as is a mixture of all those guys.
That's pretty phenomenal, man. And you speaking about your faith, I noticed that, for following you, obviously on Instagram and Twitter, that you have such a unique foundation when it comes to your faith. And you're very, even though you seem like, you're going to be this amazing football player with this amazing amount of energy, you seem very humbled by your faith. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
My mom has, really been a big part of it. God has been the biggest. Still hardworking. That God can benefit your life, and knowing Him and having faith in Him, the benefits you have of life and love and all these things that just believing and having faith comes with, just this one religion. And growing up, always going to church. I was always, in the choir and stuff like that. But as far as being a big firm believer at such a young age, I found Jesus on my own when I was 18 when I first moved to Clemson. And it was most of the best, hardest experience I could have been through because, it was hard because it was hard to really find him and really believe. And all on my own. I didn't have my mama there to help me. I didn't have, people here that I knew personally to help me. I had to do everything on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got it, though, it was the biggest blessing of it all. And I thank God every day for all the blessings He's given me. And He's the biggest reason why I'm humble. He's the biggest reason why I'm successful. And He's the biggest reason why, everything right now is just coming full circle. My thing is, like, why not believe? I mean, everything I've been through, everything that happened in my life, you would never thought I'd be here. You tell the 12-year-old me that I would go to the Eagles, man, I was like, you're crazy. Crazy. Even a 15-year-old me, I would say you're crazy because there was so much I was going through at such a young age, at such a young time, and to see, the fruits of my labor, me going through the valleys and still coming out on top, man. I can only thank God.
Was there something growing up that really brought you over to football, or was there other things that you had
Yeah.
going on for you?
Yeah, so football was the first one I was introduced to when I was 6, but it was due to, my anger. I was a very angry child. I always, fought or always just I was an angry child. I wasn't bad. I wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't a thief or nothing like that. I just was an angry child growing up. And my mom, I was always watching sports for some reason because it was always around me. And my mama just, was like, I'm gonna get you into sports at the age of 6. That's the earliest you can play. Like, I think I was 5, really, turning 6 that year, and I was eligible to play in my local recreation at the time. And when she introduced me to football, I fell in love with it ever since. It was an outlet. It was a way to release all my anger. It was a way to be something I was good at, and it started with me just wanting to make my mom happy. I knew that I was making her upset. I knew that our lives were hard. The lack of my father was also a big reason. I was an angry child. My dad was in jail during my younger years, and he wasn't there, so also needed another avenue to release my anger. Football has always been that answer. And then, when football was over, I would get into other sports, baseball, soccer. I wrestled in middle school, high school, ran track. I did every sport I can just to keep me out of the loop, keep me out of the streets, and just continue to all of it just to help benefit me in football. I literally did every sport to help benefit me in football. I wrestled to help me in football. I ran track to help me in football. All these things that I did was all to this game because I just had a great feeling that this game would save my life, and that's exactly what happened.
Now, is that wrestling background why you can tackle so well?
Hey man, it's a big reason. If you watch that, especially if you watch my senior film, I threw a lot of guys on the ground,
It's like WWE.
Running backs. Man, I think I got a tackle in there. Man, receivers, no question. Receivers and tight ends got it bad, but every time I blitz, I threw running backs on the ground. Like, you just see me throwing all types of people on the ground. I just have strong hands, and I'm definitely for wrestling.
Now I know we know you've seen the schedule. Who you looking forward to tackling to the ground, throwing one to the ground?
Man, I seen the schedule, but the first thing I thought about when I seen the schedule, okay, who from Clemson? That's my buddy. I'm playing against, so we can jersey swap. We playing against Isaiah Simmons this year, Cardinals, and we playing against T. Higgins, which is the Bengals. So that was the first 2 things I looked at. And then the next things I looked at was, when are we actually going to start this? And then I ain't really think about who we were actually playing or the people I'm gonna go against. That was the only thing I really thought about.
We got the Ravens on the schedule. You got you keep up with him, Lamar Jackson?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, that's a crazy story. So Lamar Jackson gave me hell my freshman year. So I'm very, 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 very excited to get back, and get my
There you go.
revenge.
There you go.
Because my true freshman year, I was an ATO kid. He exposed me. I think I missed 3 tackles total on that man.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a game that we won a game winner. I think it was 38-36. We knocked the guy out of bounds before he got to the first down. Where he turned it over, we needed and won. Yeah, he's a college legend, man, for real. And now he's doing the same thing in the league. It's crazy to see it. But yeah, I'm definitely I can't wait for that one for sure.
Well, that's gonna be wild. Now, Kayvon, something very unique about your specific draft class with the Eagles is you all seem to have such like the right head on your shoulders to say the least. Have you spoken to the other draftees? Like, have you spoken to Jalen? Have you spoken, well, both Jalen's actually. Have you spoken to Davion? Because it seems like you guys all like had the same type of work ethic or, mindset when it comes to the game of football. I found that very unique about your class.
When I saw Hurts at the Senior Bowl, we instantly had mutual respect. And when I saw him, he came up to me and was like, "Yo, you're 12, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Kayvon?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, y'all boys nice. Y'all boys nice." And we just, shook hands and just been connected since. Really, it ain't like a bestie type thing. It ain't every day, but I've been talking to him the most for sure. Especially since we both got drafted by the same team. He had called me the day I got drafted. Because, he got drafted on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
I got drafted on day 3. So he had called me the day I got drafted and congratulated me and stuff like that because we had already exchanged numbers and stuff. So throughout the process, though, since, we both got drafted, we've been talking here and there, talking about each other's numbers. He was clowning my number that I chose. And I was teasing him because he wanted a different number or whatever. But
now was that number something you chose? Oh, was that number something you chose, or was that something the team was like, "Nah, you gotta take this"?
Well, you get options.
Yeah,
and that was the best option I see fit for me.
I mean, that's that. We're looking at the previous 42s, man. I'm telling you, you're already rocking that number better than the other previous 42s. Well, I will tell you this from Eagles fans right now: the last 42 we had gave Avante Maddox a concussion. So let's stay away from that.
Yeah, definitely gotta stay away from that. Just yes, but when I looked at it, somebody, my best friend, brought it to my attention. Like, yo, bro, like that's your idol jersey number backwards, 42,
Kobe,
24.
yeah.
That's Kobe. So I was like, wow, that's right. So he made me feel a lot better about the number that I picked. So.
That's perfect, man. Especially with your mentality, the way Kobe attacks the game, the way we see you on the field, you attack the game. It's perfect, man.
It's all about the competitiveness.
Both Eagles, Kobe was an Eagles fan, so it's
exactly. He knew the fight so and I.
That's definitely, we saw his reaction when they won the Super Bowl. It's it's incredible, man. It's just everything comes full circle with that. It's speaking of Philly fans, we were told to ask you: have you been warned about Philly fans?
Yes.
Some of the questions that we got were, have you been warned about Philly fans, and what are you gonna, how are you going to react? Because we know that's not gonna happen. We know, but let's just say the 1% chance comes on that you drop an interception off of Dak Prescott. And you get you hear the boo birds coming down from the link. How do you react to that?
Well, one thing that I learned from Duncan Senior was they're the type of fans that will tell you if you're doing good and tell you if you're doing bad, and that's exactly what I've been through my whole life. The criticism, all the coaches that I have has always been hard on me. So it's really nothing a fan can ever say to really tarnish my mood. Because I've been at one of the top universities and I've dropped the interception, or I've missed a tackle, or I've gave up a touchdown, and I saw things that can probably hurt somebody who is weak-minded. But man, my God, Lord and Savior, He's the only judge that I can possibly have, and with any criticism, I can only take it as a positive. That means they care about me. They criticize me and they have the time to take the time to write about me. That means they care about me. So that means they want me to be successful at the end of the day. They're not haters. They just, haters are always your biggest supporters, really. They're giving you views. They're giving you, all type of attention that it just brings with being on social media. So I'm going to take it as a blessing and just learn from whatever they're talking about. Or if not, just ignore it.
That's right. I'm telling you right now, we got a lot of keyboard warriors in the Eagles fan base.
Yeah,
a lot of keyboard warriors.
A lot of Twitter fingers.
A lot of Twitter fingers.
I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna do good. You're gonna see some bad. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna do more good than bad because I'm a phenomenal player, and that's all they need to know right there.
That's right. And I'm telling you, like there are so many positions on in the Eagles right now that are completely split in the fan base. There's and especially players. Like I know he's gone now, but Nelson Aguilar. There were people that were on his train, and there are people that were off his train. But I can't tell you. I haven't found another player other than you that has united the fan base as much as because you are literally you are just you are connecting with everyone, and it's insane. And I wasn't really joking at all when I say I haven't seen someone get loved by the fan base so quick, like you are, and it's incredible how you have the mentality, you have the personality, the play style that we haven't seen in a very long time. We have a lot of soft-spoken athletes on that team. We have a lot of outspoken, especially we got Fletch, you got BG, now we got Slay, over here. And
exactly.
Is there anybody on that defense, on that team, that you're looking forward to lining up next to playing with?
Playing with definitely Darius, Slay, and Jalen Mills, and I don't really know everybody's names. I know it's a guy named he go by Will
Parks.
Will Parks. Just those guys that reached out to me. I just can't wait to get to work, man. Can't wait to get to work.
I have a question. I have a serious question for you. Have you perfected your finger wag?
No, I mean I'm gonna have my own little drip. I'm gonna have my own little swag when it comes to that like that. If Jalen or the guys tell me to do it, I'm gonna be the rookie and do it. But as far as trying to bring my own little celebration, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Can't wait to see that. So I'm gonna take a question that's usually in Chris's book. What's in your ear on game day? Like what's hyping Kayvon up before the game?
Nipsey Hussle, Old School with Wayne, NBA YoungBoy, G Herbo. Who else is on my playlist? I got Lil Durk on there. I got so many. I got Moneybag. I got Lucci. I got a lot of people. I got Meek Mills. I got Uzi.
I was about to say you gotta say Meek. You gotta do it for the fan base.
Oh yeah. I ain't tripping on that. I was a big Meek fan before all this, so I ain't tripping. But definitely Meek Mills and even his Old School. The first Dream Chaser was definitely a big rotation. Like I got at least listen to one song off there before a game, but some Uzi, especially new Uzi that just came out. I threw that on my playlist. Like I already got my playlist made. That's something that never goes away. I play my playlist in the car.
Oh, that's right.
That's how addicted I am to my football playlist. But yeah, definitely those the artists for sure.
Now we know on game day and training and all that, you kind of restricted eating wise to make sure you can stay in shape and all that. But let's say right now you're quarantine and all that. What's that one food you got to eat? Whenever you see it, you're like, all right, I got to go get that.
That's tough. It depends on my mood. I'm not a picky eater, bro. So it ain't never just one thing.
Over here. It's like
It's never just one thing I can just go after. Like it's a mood thing. Like, one minute I'm craving pizza. That's my favorite. If I had to pick one. One minute.
All right, if you're a pizza guy, okay, settle this right now. You pineapple on pizza or not pineapple on pizza?
See, I've never tried it. I'm not gonna judge it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna judge it because I've never tried it.
Okay,
but,
so can I give you I give you a suggestion?
Yeah.
Do you like spicy food?
I don't.
Oh, okay. So then that ruins my suggestion. Okay.
Yeah.
Because actually you could probably do it without the peppers. Because what I introduced Brian to pineapple, bacon, onions, and pepper and hot pepper on it. So you got that little spicy and you got that sweet from the pineapple together.
Yeah.
I like hot pepper.
I like banana peppers.
You can do that with it. You can do that with it. So there you go. You got okay. Pineapple, banana pepper, bacon, and onion. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. Promise you.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, let me get 5 more questions. 5 more.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So we heard and this is gonna be the last maybe not the last. You got 5 more. So we heard Jalen Reagor say that his motivation playing football is the fear of being average. What is your?
That was a dope quote. I seen that. That was dope.
So what's your motivation?
My motivation is been my family, man. Like the reason I play the game has really been my mom, because she instilled so much into me. But my motivation has definitely came from my mom first, and then just the overall my family. And as the older I got, the more motivated I got to be even better, because the better I've got, the more people that counted on me to do more and do better. And that connected from my family, and then not to just let my brothers down. The brothers that that I grew up with at the time, being in high school and stuff, just trying to do everything I can to lay it on the line for them. And then also at college, my brothers that I ended up meeting on this side, and we became brothers. I never wanted to disappoint my brother next to me, and that's all football is, man. Just putting on for your city, but also putting your best foot forward for your teammates, man, because that's what wins championships. If you go to every championship team, they celebrated together. They was in a locker room throwing champagne on each other. Like every single championship team, they loved each other. They had some type of brotherly love, some type of connection with one another, because that's what it takes to win and to have that championship swagger, championship pedigree is each other. And I always was motivated by not letting the guy next to me down, and just next is my fans. The fans that I've grew over the time being has only motivated me more. And the Eagles fans are only motivated me even more to even go out there and ball for them, because I've noticed the love I got from the Eagles. I've noticed, I see the comments. I reply to fans. I obviously can't do every single one. I'll be up all night. But I reply to fans.
We saw that Instagram story with the Squidward on it.
Yeah, so I saw that and I instantly had to post it because it was so true to me. But I go on my way to show my love, because they motivate me to do better. So that's also those are basically my 3 reasons: my family, my teammates, and then my fans, man, because they want me to do well, so I want to do well for them.
I meant to ask you this before, and I completely forgot. When we were talking about the draft, you said, when you said, obviously Hurts went on day 2, you went on day 3. What were your thoughts going through that you saw 10 safeties go in front of you? All these quote unquote draft experts. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's
because my agent told me, like, all my NFL buddies, everybody that was supporting me was just telling me, don't worry about who go before you. If you the number 1 or if you the last one, go in as if you was undrafted. Even if you first overall pick, Mr. Irrelevant, or don't have that out. Go in that organization and improve your work. And that's what I was gonna do anyway. But I've noticed that a lot of safeties went day 2. Mm-hmm. But as far as the number, I really didn't pay attention to. But
I mean, I know we saw your boy Tanner. They said that he's probably going to be a little bit more linebacker.
Stoked. No, they drafted him for linebacker. But
Yeah, so I guess
man,
9. I guess 9. So.
that was a blessing to see him like achieve his dream, because that's one of the close buddies I was just telling you about, like teammates that I met here in Clemson that our relationship is gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that happen and his life change was freaking awesome, freaking amazing. Like I was training with him in Florida. We was roommates at the NFL Combine. It was a blessing. It was a blessing for sure.
That's phenomenal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you being a defensive player, we have to ask you this question because you're an Eagle now. Carson Wentz, how do you view him as your quarterback now?
I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching him since he went to, what is it? I know it's NDS. What is
North
it?
Dakota State.
Yeah, okay, NDS. I said it right. I've been watching him since he went to North Dakota State, and just seeing how great of a quarterback he was, because I always supported underdogs, and they was bashing him for going to a little school. They was like, he'll never be a great NFL quarterback. He went to a little school. But just seeing his championship pedigree, look at all the championships he won there and games he won there, and just how much of a great quarterback he was. So I've always been a fan of Carson Wentz, and just seeing, him, prosper in the NFL, and just with the whole thing with Nick Foles, and just seeing him ball out too, and just though, like, I'm always a fan of guys shining when that moment has come. I always watch the Eagles and just been a fan of them and how they played and championships they played. So just playing for Carson is definitely dope. I can't wait to pick him off, and I can't wait for him to pat me on the butt after I do it. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I know we got 2 questions left. I'm counting. Don't worry. So we what now? We know our answer on this. So now we obviously on the team and everything. We just asked you about Wentz. What's your how out of the top 5 running backs in the league, where do you view Miles Sanders, and why do you put him first?
Man, Miles Sanders should be first because, first off, he's on the #1 organization in the league. So that's
Right.
why you definitely put him first. And then just the way, he plays the game, and the love he has for his fans, and the fans love him, is definitely one of that's going to up him. And just his athletic ability, the way he just go out there and make plays that ain't even there, and the contribution like he just have for the overall team, it makes the team better.
Now every fan, we end this with every prospect that we've asked this in this season. So we've talked about you, almost an hour now. We really appreciate all of your time that you've given us.
I ain't even feel like it was an hour, man. I appreciate y'all. That's dope.
It just happens. The conversation that we told you, it just goes. We're not robots, We're Philly fans. We born and raised. We're both in Jersey. But we love the Eagles, man. We want to make sure any player that we talk to, new or old, that they feel comfortable, and we hope that we helped you feel comfortable too.
Dope. Yeah, you did. Thank you.
And so all the fans want to know, like, they see the player coming in. They've seen your stats. They've seen the fact that you tested out the ass in the combine. Like your vertical, your broad jump, your short shuttle, your 3-cone, everything was fantastic. What kind of person are they getting on this team?
A natural born leader, a guy that's just gonna go out his way to impact the community. A guy that's gonna go out his way to impact the team. A guy that's just gonna know all the staff members, know every coach, know every equipment manager, know everybody on staff, try to talk to as many fans as possible. A guy that's just fully invested into the game. A guy that don't play around with what's on his plate, and that's the Eagles, and that's the football, and that's the season, and that's training, health wise, and just being fully committed in my craft. They're gonna get a guy that's just fully invested in what he believes in, and this football thing has really saved my life. So it's only right that I give it all I got.
Well,
I'm sorry. I have a quick last question. You said the Eagles gave you options for numbers. Was 27 an option?
No.
Oh, just saving that.
Okay, I need a promise from you, Kayvon.
What's up?
So if I buy a Kayvon Wallace jersey, I need you to stick to that number 42, man.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy? I swear to you on my life, I was thinking that. Because that's the reason I didn't change my number in college. Because I was gonna wear number 1 in college. Like when Trayvon Mullen left, I was gonna wear it my junior and senior year. But I was thinking about my family and the people that supported me and the people that just loved that number that I was wearing. And that was the big major reason why I kept it. What I will tell you is the only way I won't change my number, because this is exclusive information. The only way I'm not changing my number is by who buys it and how many people buy it.
Oh, I'm
It's the
telling
only
you,
way.
bro. People are people. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter. They have been begging the Eagles. They have been adding the Eagles. Release the jersey numbers. Release the jersey numbers. Let's get in the pro shop. People have been saying, "I need that Wallace jersey."
Yeah, I've been seeing people bluff too. The jersey out now. The number is out. What's up with the sales? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. So you hear that,
And,
Eagles fans? I'm gonna tweet that right now.
so
Be like, yo, Kayvon
you
Wallace.
got tweet it right now,
I'm gonna
man.
put it. I'm gonna put it right now.
Because
Kayvon Wallace.
I've seen thousands. Well, I ain't gonna be dramatic. I've seen hundreds of people talking about how they was gonna get a jersey. I gotta get a Kayvon Wallace jersey, and I try to like every single one I see, because that's very, very important to me. Not because of you wearing my jersey, it's just because I know you support me, and I love everybody that loves me, because I have a big heart that God blessed me with, and I just love all my supporters, big or small. You hate me or love me, I love all my supporters.
We'll do our best to help you with that jersey sales.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna hold you to
it all depends, man. Like, because I can change my jersey number.
Right.
You know, I don't have to have that number. But if everybody rocking with it and the fans, I'm gonna ask the fans, you know, because they important.
Mm-hmm.
And if they rocking with it, then boom. If they want me to have another number because another number came available, then we can do that too. But I appreciate you either way, man. Either way.
I'm waiting till the season starts, man.
There's gonna be a
You
lot
got
of
something up your
42s.
sleeve, K.
Yeah, we've been
I ain't gonna lie. My next door neighbors and them got a 42 jersey. Like my mom talking about how she gonna get a 42 jersey because she don't know no better.
How about I say this? What if I get my daughter, my 5-month-old, and Brian will get?
I cannot change it.
Brian,
I cannot change
yeah,
it.
exactly. All right, so you gotta get. All right, Brian, you gotta get Riley a 42 jersey. I gotta get Cameron a 42.
You gotta
jersey.
show me first.
Oh, we got you. Don't worry. We got you.
I don't do bluffing.
No, I got it.
I got you.
My mom, you know, that's my biggest one. Because if she ain't got it, I don't really care.
Don't worry.
But if she rocking with whatever I'm rocking with, so if all the fans rocking with it and it's selling, it's doing that, then I have no choice but to stick to it.
Can't disappoint the babies.
All right, when it arrives, I'm putting
that's me. That's me my whole career. I had number 12 in college, bro, as a DB. What? Like what? That don't make sense. But I chose that.
I know you said 5 questions. I got one more question for you, man. It's just one more.
Keep me on here all day.
I promise you, this is one more.
We like to talk. Sorry. Hey, listen, we're both Puerto Rican. We like to talk. You know?
All right, so you're an Eagle now, man. So you bleed green.
Oh, definitely. I've been bleeding green. That's my favorite color since I was born.
How easy is it to embody the rivalry between the Eagles and the Cowboys, and how you view them?
You know what? See, this is how amazing God is, and He knows. I've always hated the fucking Cowboys.
There we go.
My bad for cursing, but
no, it's all right. We can say whatever we want on here. I'm quote tweeting that right now.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that, man.
That's gonna be on our podcast anyway. It's gonna.
Wow. Nah, man.
Yeah, hey, listen. No, listen, Kayvon. Jason Kelsey the other day on Instagram was holding up his baby that had a Dallas Sucks onesie on, and then the other day, and then a few days after that, someone said something to Jason Kelsey about the Cowboys, and he commented underneath, "Fuck the Cowboys." So you embody. You are.
I mean, it's. I naturally don't like the Cowboys because I had rivalries with my own family members about the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked the Cowboys, but I don't, because you never know what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if what if the Cowboys, the only organization, like what if the Eagles come in, the only
I
organization
mean,
that won the
listen.
Cowboys? You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect my name.
Your boy Sean Bradley, his dad was a Giants fan. So, and we have, I mean, Dallas Goddard. Dallas Goddard's fan. They named him Dallas because they were Dallas fans growing up. So it happens, you know. It happens. But now you hate, you know. Now you have even more reason to hate the Cowboys. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is
Yeah,
great. This is awesome.
that's awesome.
Okay, we really appreciate you, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
from the bottom of our hearts, man, we really appreciate you coming on and just blessing us with, with your presence and everything you told us, man. And I'm expecting a retweet when I send you a picture of my daughter wearing the Kayvon Wallace jersey.
Bro, I promise you have my word. You gotta let me know. You know what I'm saying? Who
I
you are
got
and
you,
stuff
man. I
like
got
that.
you. I'm gonna make it happen.
But I promise you that'll be retweeted. That'll be retweeted even if I know you're not, because that's just out love right there. And I like I told you, man, I love people around me. So
I've told Chris a million times. I feel like
I mean,
you're the second coming of a great safety for us, man. I mean, we've had Brian, we've had Malcolm.
That's the goal, man. That's the freaking goal, baby. That's the goal, baby. Let's work.
I mean, feel free to follow us back too.
what's y'all name? I'm rock. Only because I rock with y'all, bro. Y'all dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. So.
They appreciate that, man.
What's the it's on Instagram and Twitter. What is it?
Mine. You liked my tweet the other day when I tagged you in Infante 54. I'll text that number right now.
You talk fast as hell.
I told you I'm Puerto Rican, man. This shit. I'll text that number that you sent me. I'll put our stuff in there.
Oh, okay. That'll be perfect.
I'll do that right now. But yeah, we appreciate everything, man. Like, and we look forward to whenever the season starts.
Yes,
seeing you in the defensive backfield, man. Great things are coming. I'm telling you, you lasted way too long, and it's to our benefit. It really is, and it's great to see you in Eagles green. Hopefully in Kelly green too. They got to bring Kelly green back. Especially after seeing Hurts in that
jersey was clean.
Yeah, that was oh my! It looked like he wore it for real.
Oh, that was clean, man.
But it's again, best of luck with everything. We hope your training is going well with everything going on, and
definitely stay safe.
Can't wait to see you blitzing and sacking Dak Prescott to the moon. Just saying, after the Cowboys.
Sure. That's the thing, man. That's the goal right there.
We'll have a blessed night, have a blessed weekend, everything, Memorial Day, everything, and we.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Yes, sir.
Go Birds.
Well, guys, there you have it. Kayvon Wallace joining Flipping the Birds. That was. I'm not gonna lie, man. That was dope.
Excuse my language, but that was fucking great.
He's a man of the fans. I mean, it's astonishing to see his background, his foundation, and what makes Kayvon Wallace. And like I've told you a million times, I feel like this kid is gonna be something tremendous and with our team, and it's so great with the time that we drafted him with Malcolm leaving. I really feel like Wallace is really gonna eat here.
It's what he says about the Cowboys, and you don't know if he's going to get cut. He's not getting cut. He's an Eagles for life. If he gets cut, we show up to Howie's door, whoever's GM at that point.
I think Howie gets cut if Wallace.
Well, Howie gets fired by all of us if Kayvon's gone. It's like you heard the dude like for the last hour. Like we'll be honest, going into this, we're like we don't want to keep you for that long. He's like, oh, I appreciate it, and it kept going. And you heard him. He said it didn't even feel like an hour because he just talked. This dude is ready to go for Eagles fans, man. It's great, and we are so appreciative that he chose us to be, to interview again, and appreciate him. And we hope that you all love him as much as we love him now, and get those jerseys. You heard him. You heard him.
If I'm buying this jersey for myself and for my daughter, you guys better cop some too.
Gotta get it. Keep them in 42. Make them the best 42.
Like no safety really wears 40s. Like,
that's the thing with numbers. That's the thing with numbers. Like, you have these numbers that other people have worn, blah blah blah. And you got to live up to those numbers. He's already beaten Andrew Cedejo, and Kurt Coleman, and all and Chris. I love Chris Maragos.
Yeah, Maragos.
But the thing is, like, it's now it's Kayvon Wallace's number. And he's gonna own that number for a while, for a very long time. And he said the only way he's not changing is to keep buying his jersey. So make sure those jersey sales go up.
Absolutely.
And also make sure you go to manscaped.com, 20% off. Use FTB at checkout.
Real quick, I got the body wash in the mail, and that thing actually feels.
It is the best.
It is, yo. It's really good.
Best.
And the foot deodorant too is phenomenal.
It's the best.
Bro.
That great product. I'm telling you, FTB at checkout, flipping the birds. Just gave you Kayvon Wallace. First interview since draft day.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna go.
I'm grateful, man.
I'm gonna go drink.
Yes, definitely cheers to this. Guys, thank you for tuning in to a very special edition of Flipping the Birds. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Go Birds.
Yes, sir.